Hello everyone. So for my project, I want to explore mainly aesthetic avenues. I don't necessarily have an end goal for what this project is supposed to look like. Over the last year or so, I've been kind of trying to backtrack my process as a creator and as an artist, because I feel like me personally, I get caught up in projects and I get fixated on an end goal, and then it doesn't turn out like I want it to. So then there's like this kind of disappointment. So I want to really more so focus on the process, and that's what I've been doing. I've been working on more process oriented things rather than um, a tangible end goal. um, but that being said, for this project specifically, I did have some, I guess, parameters that I wanted to set for myself. Um, Things that I personally am interested in. I'm really interested in like modular art in terms of um, like lots of little pieces that come together to form like a larger picture or even like a texture. Um, that also, along with that, I'm very interested in nature, and I think the two go hand in hand because you see a lot of modularity in nature, like the petals on a flower or like the little like gills on a mushroom or something. Um, so I'm very interested in like super close up things and modularity. I've also been really interested in Budo dance this year. We just had oh shoot, I forget their name. Oh, Senkai Juku came. That was amazing. So in terms of movement, um, I'm interested in pedestrian gestures, well, pedestrian movement and gestural phrases. So I'm thinking that I want to look into movements, everyday movements we do that are similar. Like, for instance, like sewing and then the gesture of like zipping up a coat. It's like similar in a way, but just finding those similarities in movement for everyday activities. And along with that, in terms of editing, I wanted to do a lot of like continuity and match cuts in that way. So I guess moving on to like aesthetically, things I'm interested in are obviously modularity and in nature, textures, and there's going to be an emphasis on color. I want it to be pretty stylized, and I guess I'm more so looking at it as like I'm more so looking at this project in the form that of like being an organizer. So like I want to set parameters as far as like the objects or the gestures I have access to and play with those, that limited vocabulary of objects, and see where it takes me and what I can build from that. Yeah, and I think kind of a vein of my interests, both like visually and gesturally, kind of come from a place of kind of noticing the mundane things that we do, or the things that go unnoticed, the things that we do so many times or look at so many times that it just like goes over our head. So I'm interested in viewing things at such a close proximity to where they start looking strange or start looking new again. Gestures and like objects, or even like just routines. Um, and I think that also like sensory comes into that a lot too. Just how we encounter the world and seeing how I can maybe manipulate different sensory details to make something feel new or intriguing again. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Well, I hope everybody's well. So have a good night.